Hey guys, so let's talk about Congress trading. Okay, so a lot of people do not know that you are able to see what Congress is investing in, what they're trading. Okay, and look, we already know they're always talking about it's a lot of inside trading now. Hey, inside trading is illegal, but hey, a lot of illegal shit has been going on, but here we are. So the one of the biggest reasons why a lot of people want to follow what Congress is trading because they always feel like they might got an inside scoop. And if you follow a lot of their trades over the last 2, 3, maybe even 5 years, you will see that a lot of the things that they invest in tend to play out at the way that they expect. Maybe they invest in it pumps, they sell, they rinse and repeat, or they always invest in something that pumps right before, right? Or it may be some sort of option trade, and right, they might get into a sell order, they may get into put options, whatever it may be, and it comes down shortly after. They might got some inside knowledge, allegedly. However, there are many platforms that allow you to see what Congress is investing in. And whether it's Cleo Fields, whether it's Nancy Pelosi, one of my favorites, who has probably one of the ones that I think I learned about AVGO, which is Broadcom, from. Every time I see any type of activity towards AVGO on her profile, I go straight to it, do my own due diligence, get into my trades. And it's never been a losing play with that. But that does not mean it will always be that way. And I did initially buy like 2 shares, if I'm not mistaken, about maybe 3, 4 months ago on AVGO. Not disappointing. It did pull back some, but hey, we have seen some massive rallies. And a lot of the companies that I've looked into have all come from some congressional trading sites. Okay. Now, one of them that I want to show you guys is capitaltrades.com. This is one place that you can go to actually see what Congress is doing. All right. No matter what they are, whether they're Republican, Democrat, it shows you everything about the things that they're investing in, what's their trading volume, how many trades they've done, all of that. Okay. So we are going to come over here, and as you guys can see, so you can see some of the latest trades here from the asset, the stocks that they're trading, and we go to view all, and you will be able to see a ton of things about what it is that they're doing and just how big they're betting on it, right? So let's see here. The most recent one whose profile I was looking at was Cleo Fields. Okay. But as you guys can see, there are a ton of individuals here, and you can see exactly what they are investing in. As you guys can see, this is what caught my eye with Cleo Fields. He had a good bit of investments that he was dishing out, in Amazon, Nvidia. He had Palantir, AMD, and all of them on his list. So I was kind of looking into those. Okay, so I'm going to show you guys what that looks like. So you can see the politician, right? So we're going to hit Cleo Fields, and we're going to go to his profile. So you can see he's a Democrat with the House. He's in Louisiana. Okay, 141 trades, 17.23 million in trade volume, and 24 issuers. Issuers are just the companies that he's invested in. So the issuer would be Apple, Nvidia, AMD, whatever companies he's invested in. Okay, so you could just come see more details. Their last trade, his last trade was on August 22nd. Just showing his district, years active, date of birth, and his age. Okay, so well, I would say unfortunately, but the thing with Congress, they have to disclose what they're trading in. This is a way to come back inside trading. So this is supposed to be a transparency thing to where retail investors and then open public can see what Congress is putting their money on. Okay, so related readings. These are just some tweets that it says Rep Field disclosed massive 11 million buying spree led by Nvidia and Amazon. So if you see a politician or someone in Congress is, investing in this amount of money into a particular company or companies, this would probably be something to say, okay, let me go do my own due diligence and see what it is that they might be seeing that is resulting in them putting this amount of money. Okay. So we're talking about $11 million buying spree here. Rep Cleo Field sold up to 1 million in Nvidia stocks before his recent turndown. So think about it, right before. Now, I'm not saying it was an inside trade. I'm not saying they got some type of information prior to, but this right here is why this stuff here is important to kind of come and check out to see what is Congress dumping and what are they loading up on? Because if they're dumping, there's a possibility that some might be coming and they might know a little something. Same way with them pumping up a stock. Look that way. Okay. So if we come down, it's just showing us more here, 141 trades for filing, 17.23 million in trade volume and 24 issuers. Okay, now let's look at some of the stocks that he's invested in. We got AMD, we have Alphabet, which is Google, Amazon, we got Apple, Broadcom, AVGO, Figma. Figma just recently went public not long ago. We got Meta, which is Facebook, Instagram, WhatsApp, all of that under their belt. Microsoft, Nvidia, and you can scroll over. If you're looking at this on a phone, it may not show the full thing, so you'll need to scroll. You can see when they traded it. Okay, let's see. Meta platform was September 4th. Well, published on September 4th, but the trade took place August 12th. The filing was 21 days after, just letting you know how long it took for this thing to be made public. Okay, it was a buy. 100K to 250K was the size of the investment. Okay, so you can get a general idea of how much they put into that particular company or that particular trade. Okay, so up to 15 trades from the same filing, 38 trades, 11 issuers, 11 different companies, 38 different trades, and $3.63 million in investing volume. So this just gives you a general idea of where they're putting their money, how much of it they're putting, and just how big they're betting on this stock to move in whatever direction they're playing. So this is just one way for you to come and see what maybe your favorite politicians are investing in, someone you follow often, and see what it is that they're putting their money into. Okay, so that way it can give you a sense of where you need to put your focus, because if it's a massive volume of money being dished out in particular companies, then we might want to put our focus there. Whether we're, let's just say they're buying it up, that means we can expect the stock to potentially push up if the volume is heavy, if it's made public, like, hey, Nancy has just put $20 million into Nvidia, right? Cleo Fields has just put $11 million into Apple, and 10 other politicians have also done the same. We might need to be looking that way and trying to see exactly what it is that they're trying to do with this thing so that we don't miss the ride. Now, a lot of times we have to also pay attention to the fact that these filings won't go public immediately, but there still could be a rally that we could catch depending on the size of the trading volume from these politicians. Okay, so you just have to, there are different companies that websites that you can use to see what it is that they're trading. The Capital Trades has been one I've been using for a little minute, and I like how they set it up for us, the profiles, where their money is invested, and just the cleanliness of it. Okay, the other ones sometimes kind of give, I'm looking at a spreadsheet and I don't like that look. Okay, so there are plenty of places that you're able to go and see where they are pushing their money out, because it has to be public. So I wanted to just make that really quickly. So this is something that you are aware of. You have other ones like Smart Insider, Insider Finance. There are a lot of different sites that you can go and see what Congress is investing in. Now, some of them have quicker data than capital trades may have, and some of them may post their data a little bit later. Sometimes they might be just kind of feeding off other sites, but overall the data is there and you can always see. I like to see what they've done in the last 30 days instead of the last year or maybe the last 5 years, depending on the type of trade that I'm looking to get into or the type of investing I'm looking to do. But me personally, I like to see what they've been doing over the last 30 days, because it gives me a smaller picture to say, okay, this is where they're pumping up in these last, 30 days. Then I could possibly have time to kind of plan something out to hold longer term, because when they are jumping into these type of trades, likely they are looking to hold something for a long term. It rallies up, they may sell all or some and take their profits. Okay, so keep these companies on your radar. I'll do some pop-ups and put some links down below in this description or wherever you may be seeing it, so you can go to these sites and check them out. All right, so you're able to search whatever politician you want. There are hundreds of them that are there for you to be able to see what they're doing and where they're dishing their money out. right? So I hope this is something to help you with your trading and something to help you with making your trading decisions. But hey, don't just make your decisions just because that's what they're doing. Do your own due diligence, read those charts, read those fundamentals, and then make your move. And with that, I will see you guys in the next one.